It is the crack of dawn, and I've had another difficult night's rest. This is becoming more common on days of relocation, as today, once again, I will be rediscovering the place I will be calling home. I tend to ponder what lies within my allocated space on these nights. I am always anticipating these changes, as it has become so difficult to find rootedness in this world. In turn, we have all become migratory beings, tied to the mercies of the algorithmic commons, which ultimately predetermine where we live and what we own, even if it's temporary. Upon arrival at the Uncommons in Fitzroy, I approach my new space through a promenade of drawn curtains, occasionally offering voyeuristic glimpses into neighbouring spaces. I cannot help but continue my approach with curiosity. Drawing back the curtains, I find a pre-furnished room, crudely laid out but somehow warm. There is a nostalgic feel to it. I peered down, and to my surprise, I noticed an accuracy to what has been assigned in my space. My most recent fascinations. Accustomed to the sterile fit-outs in 2050, this is quite perplexing to me. I check in via the sign-in reader, and I begin to inhabit. I lay my bag down and begin to undress, scattering my clothes and changing into the provided loungewear, almost forgetting to close the curtains beforehand. I then proceed to hang my jacket onto the lonely hook fixed onto the stucco rendered wall, which proudly wears patches of freshly applied plaster filler. I do prefer it this way. It is these instances where I feel like I could have been suited for a career in forensics, as through signs of weathering, I tend to imagine who laid here before I did, and what caused such blemishes. In retrospect, the curtains and gaps between the partition walls and the ceiling seem like an acquired taste. I've quickly grown rather fond of them. I feel not so isolated in domestic conditions like these, on some occasions developing attachment to some of the habits I pick up from my neighbours. I begin to learn who they are, what they like, where and how they work. I become especially sensitive to when they have moved on, resulting in a momentary silence, ultimately handing that space over to its next user and repeating the process over again. It is difficult for me not to be so sentimental,